What's going on, brother? Yeah, buddy, how's it going? You got any of that? Chat you away, bud. Yep.
Broken way, it's ass. Best times of my life, right with the beat. Alcohol, bullshit. Fuck the drugs, don't you know it's worth it? Alcohol, bullshit. Fuck the drugs, don't you know it's worth it? My days are long gone, I used to be a skateboard king. Landing all the tricks, videos shining on the internet. I'm not going back, my life's set to roll and kill. Call the medicine man, this ain't over, it's gonna kick my ass.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Trash Talk. I am your host, natetrash. Before we get started here, I just got a couple of things I need to work out. Okay, so today's show is brought to you by Mountain Bistro. Oh. Control room again. Oh, you're back right there. Okay. One of the reasons why I can't wait to get back to live. Computers don't like me very much. Okay, everybody, this show is brought to you by Mountain Bistro and Pizzeria in Bragg Creek. Mountain Bistro is a delicious new restaurant in Bragg Creek in the main strip, open from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. daily for dine-in and takeout. Contact them at mountainbistropizzeria.com or check them out on Facebook and Instagram. Don't forget to try the Flames Pizza. So, we have a very special guest today. I reached out and he replied. Geoff is with us to talk about the return of Loud as Hell Festival. Now, if there is any audio issues or discrepancies, please don't hesitate to sound off in the chat and they will be fixed as promptly as possible. Thank you everybody so much for joining us right now. It's greatly appreciated. So sit back, crack your beers, light your joints, have some hoots. I am, right now, as per the fucking usual. Here is Geoff.
How's it going, everybody? Thanks for having me on here, Nathan. I really appreciate it. This is awesome.
Oh yeah, buddy. I really appreciate you doing this. The show.
Yeah, we were gonna do it a few weeks ago, and then we decided, you know what? Let's wait so we can at least have some info to talk about. So it worked out well. Worked out really well.
Yeah, you said you had some extra spice that you were working on. So hey, man, I'll wait for the spice. I'm okay with that. I'm all for it. It's so good to see you, man. You look fantastic.
Thank you. It's been an interesting year, as you can imagine, as everyone can imagine. You're looking good yourself. Like, you're looking healthy.
I do my best. I attribute that to working and sleeping, man.
Sleeping is a big thing.
8 hours. Getting that 8 hours. It's hard, but it's worth it. It's so worth it.
Yeah, we were just discussing before we started this. It's been a while since we've actually seen each other in person. So it's a nice little treat to kind of catch up a little bit and have a nice little bullshit. For sure.
I totally agree, buddy. It's been probably close to
Yeah, it's been a while, man.
2 years now.
I would say it's about 2 years at least, yeah.
Last time we saw each other was at Distortion. Rest in peace to Distortion.
Yes, another venue, man. It's getting rough. It's getting rough out there with the venues, for sure.
Did you lose any venues in Drumheller?
No.
Lucky.
But we don't have a whole lot of them. But yeah, we've been fortunate that I think only one or two small businesses closed, but none of the venues or establishments closed down. So we're good there. We just got the word today that kickoff party is going to be happening on the Thursday night at Neighbors Corner Pub here in Drumheller. So we're happy that that's happening. We all know that a lot of these small businesses and venues need the support right now as things start to reopen and they can start to get people back in their buildings and stuff. This will be a huge thing for them. We always know that the kickoff party is a pretty major event for them every year. It's always super packed. It's a big thing for them, and I'm sure it's one of the bigger events they have throughout the year. So for them to be able to have this again is awesome. And we big shout out to Neighbors Corner Pub. Dave and Kathy over there are just fucking gems of people, like gems. We consider them very close to us and pretty tight with our metal family for sure.
Hell yeah, buddy. Shout outs for sure. Also, shout out to Wicked Wally from Wicked Wally's webcast. He wanted to jump in and check it out today as well. But he's a new father, so he's going to get some rest while he has the chance. And he's feeling bad. I'm like, no. I have a 7-year-old daughter, buddy. You go rest while you can and enjoy your family, bud. And just enjoy it. But Wicked Wally's webcast is another great show doing the same thing, promoting bands, promoting the good word, the good word.
I will be appearing on his webcast in not too far future.
That's
got to make the rounds, about. Let's get it out there.
That's what I'm talking about, buddy. I'm very, very glad to hear that. Hopefully, I try to, if anybody wants to reach out and get any info about my guests, I do my best to try and promote them so that they can get all that info and they can go find them and they can get them on their shows, or they can send them their band info. All that. That's what this is all about, man.
Yeah, that's we need that. The industry needs that. I mean, it's great. And the cool thing with Wally too is he's been around the scene a long time. Like he was doing the CJSW stuff or whatnot, and he's taken a big step into doing what he's doing now. Just like yourself, you've been in the scene of a long time since you were a kid, and you're taking the road the way you should be. So it's good to support and get all these people out there listening to the shit.
I'm back.
Cool.
But yeah, Wally is one of the forefathers. Like a big inspiration for what I'm doing. He's the one who did it for a job, and I'm the one who's doing it because I want to do it and I enjoy doing it, right? So to see him doing the Wicked Wally webcast, and it looks great. I love watching that show. I purposefully don't do anything on Wednesdays so that everybody can go watch Wally.
Yeah.
Now, what bands? You've probably heard from bands. Did you? Okay, now, did you go off of bands? Did you try and get a hold of the bands that you were already going to have for 2019? And try and get a hold of them first? Or
for the 2020 festival, yeah. We had already released our lineup before we were canceled for COVID last year.
Yeah.
So we released our lineup April 1st, and then I think it was like April 20th or something, 21st, we had to cancel. It was so fucking heartbreaking. Like as you know how this shit goes behind the scenes, man. I put countless hours in, and when I had to cancel it, it was one of the hardest days. I probably cried for 2 fucking days, dude. I'm not even joking. Like, it was so rough. So I said to myself after we canceled, it was like, when this does fire back up, if it does, which we're sure it was going to, I just felt it was due diligence to at least offer a spot to all the bands we previously had on the bill. Now, the big change going from last year to this year is this year we can't have any international talent. Bringing bands over the border just is too risky, too much bullshit going on. So we have to keep it completely all Canadian this year, which we've done in the past, year 5, year 2. We've done some other years where it was all Canadian. We're so blessed in Canada, even in Western Canada, to have how much talent we have. We're very enriched in the loud music scene in metal and hard rock. It's awesome. So, excuse me. Yeah, I offered a spot, first dibs to everybody that was Canadian on the lineup from last year. I was actually pretty surprised that probably 50% of them were unable to make it this year. Some bands just aren't ready to be performing live. Some bands maybe not even be comfortable in a festival atmosphere, which is totally understandable, and we totally respect that. We're not trying to, we want everyone to feel comfortable that is attending, and to have them feel assured that, this is a well-run, organized, we're taking the proper Alberta Health Services precautions that we need to. So, but anyway, yeah, that was the first thing we did is we reached out to all the bands. I've actually, if any of the bands are watching this that haven't fucking got back to me, there's a small handful out there that maybe just haven't been checking their emails because they're a little stagnant and a little hibernating right now.
They're
so
not
if you
used
were,
to it.
and if you're a band that was on the bill last year and you're just hearing that we're putting this lineup together again, get the fuck back to me. I'm talking about you, Born for Tomorrow.
Are Born for Tomorrow even a band still?
I don't know. Maybe that's why they're not getting back,
I
actually.
think I saw them jamming. Geoff, if you want to send me a list, I can help get a hold of it.
Yeah, I bet you could. Yeah, that's right.
I can help you with this.
There's only a small handful that haven't got back to us, which either means they're probably defunct or they're just really not on their social media and stuff too much at the time they're hibernating, which I understand too. It's tough, even for us, we knew this was going to be a hard challenge to try to make the festival work this year. We waited until the Alberta government said that they were going to reopen shit and that the Calgary Stampede was going. So it was just 2 weeks ago that we fucking said, hey, or I guess it's been 3 weeks now, we're going to fucking do the festival. We gave ourselves 2 months notice. So it's a huge risk. It still is. I mean, we don't even know what's going to happen. There is a slight possibility that after the Calgary Stampede, things go reverse. But we just don't know.
The point is it's still life. Okay, this is why we trust. This is why we trust the doctors and we trust science.
Yes.
Okay.
Very true.
The vaccines, regardless of your opinions on the vaccines, this is why we trust that science. They're not just letting shit fucking go off for no reason. They're presenting it all. This is what people wanted. This is what people are getting.
Yeah, 100%.
So everybody says, well, you should live your life and keep moving forward. And some people say, well, we should listen and wait for restrictions. Well, we're doing both. So
yeah. We didn't want to just sit idle and kind of wait till things were a for sure thing. If we're going to do this, let's get on it. Let's get some mojo going. Let's get people ready to break back into the real world. Let's get back to what we consider a normality. We want to be the forefront of, hey, let's get this metal scene back and cracking. If this festival can fire off August long weekend like it's going to, man, it's going to be a huge shot and spark to the whole scene, man. Yeah, it's really gonna open things up, and we feel very fortunate that we have the people involved with our festival that we do that makes this opportunity even a reality. So we are going. We just confirmed today we got our last signature that we needed for our special event permit. So the local authorities, the RCMP, the fire, and the Alberta Health have signed off on the festival. Perfect. So as of this morning, we are going, no matter what our festival is going to happen. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're pumped. We're so ready, and I think everybody else is ready
now
to have this.
If you need any slots, if you got any empty slots that you need to be filled, hit up.
What'd you just say to me?
Hit up. Oh yeah, that too. Yeah. I'm getting spicy too. You can take all the entendres, the double, triple, and quadruple entendres on that.
Jeez.
But if you need any help with getting some bands in some empty spots, I know some good bands that are always prompt and on the go. You hit me up. I got some names for you of some solid
I appreciate that. I might have to lean on that because we're getting close, but we definitely might have a few spots that we're going to look to fill. So we obviously didn't open up for band submissions this year. It was not going to work that way. Yeah. So out of the bands that from last year that are returning, I'm not going to mention at this point.
Okay, yeah,
but
that's fine.
A good chunk of them are coming back, and then I've had to lean on a few people that have been at the festival before, a few bands that are familiar with what we're doing. So I've had to reach out to a handful that have been really great to give us positive response.
Are all here for you too, buddy. If you need any help, let me know. Any promotion help, anything at all.
Yes.
I'm all here for you as well.
Yes, we appreciate that so much.
Fucking right.
That's so much. We would like to take as much help and stuff as we can, man. I mean, we're all in the same season. We all in the same scene. And we all have the same goal. So let's make it big. Let's do this. So yeah, definitely going to be chatting with you some more after this podcast, so we can get you little more involved, get things going. Like I said, definitely going to have you out this year. It's going to be a good fucking time, man.
It is. I'm so stoked, man. I'm so
yeah,
stoked.
It's going to be. We're so ready. Like everyone's so ready. You know, all we did was a couple of weeks ago, we just put a teaser up on our Facebook. All we did was change the cover photo, put the dates up there, and people are ready. They want this. It's like that gave us the assurance that, like, man, we're doing the right thing. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, that's right. Now, I'm going to do a stream. I'm going to take the lineup. I'm going to take the lineup for last year that you posted, and I'm going to do a stream. I just started doing this because I've seen a couple of bands, because some people are doing online festivals as well, so it's still festival season. So I've just been grabbing festival lineups, and I've been doing a stream where I'll grab videos and I'll grab online stuff of all the bands, and I'll play them on my stream, and I'll talk about the band. So I'm going to do the same thing for Loud as Hell.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Get some promo rocking that way for these bands too. But we
really appreciate that.
Hell yeah, man! I appreciate everything you do too. It's not easy to try and do a festival. It's really
not at all.
People think that you can just throw a bunch of people in a field for 2 days and it's going to be a big party. Yeah, it's going to be a big party until the cops show up and until you try and promote it as a festival, and then everybody wants the festival permits. Everybody wants their slice. Everybody wants to see that it's safe. You know, it's sanitary. Yeah. Like, it's not just a bunch of hippies in a field, right?
Yeah.
So let's go to the past seasons here. What was the season that gave you the most headache? Like, there was just nothing was going right. Bands were canceling. Bands weren't emailing back. Vendors were being dickheads. What season comes to mind when you think about shit that was just Murphy's Law going wrong?
Season 7.
Lucky
Year 7. We had a headliner signed in. I guess it doesn't matter. I can talk about it now. We had Havoc signed in as a headliner.
Oh.
So 30 days after the contract was signed, the agent gets a hold of me and says, they got an offer to go on a tour with Suicidal Tendencies. It's going to be over top of where the festival is. We need to back out. I'm like, you fuckers, right? Okay, fair enough, whatever. So on to the next. So then we signed in our second headliner, and unfortunately, a couple weeks after that, they also bailed on us.
Who was that?
Okay, Darkest Hour.
Oh,
yeah. So it was that really frustrated us because we had the whole lineup done. We had now passed the date that we wanted to release the full lineup. We didn't release anything until we had the headliner in place. So we released it was 7 weeks late, and we ended up getting Fit for an Autopsy. So the cherry on the cake was we got Fit for an Autopsy, and they blew everyone's mind at the festival. But it was a fucking walk to get there, and it was very stressful because, you know, trying to deal with these bands, and it's in US dollars, and trying to make budgets work. 7 was tough with the bands. But I think year 3 also wasn't tough with the bands, but it was tough with the setup. Year 3, we took a big step forward from the previous 2 years with just the setup, how many people, then the amount of tickets we were selling. So that was a huge growing pain that we felt. And we took a little bit bigger of a bite than we could chew. You know, we lost quite a bit of money in year 3, and it was almost last year. Like, we really had to really take a good hard look at what we were doing and how we did it and how we can make it more sustainable over time. One thing that Loud as Hell's done since the first year is we've always been a very legit festival. We don't cut corners. We do everything by the fucking book. We have the proper authorities involved. We go through the AGLC. Like, we don't, like you say, we don't just fucking throw this on and go down to the liquor store and grab a permit and fucking, like, it's not like that. There's a ton of work that goes in. So when we finished year 3 and we lost like a lot of money, and it was like, fuck, you know, is this really worth trying to do? What can we do to better it? So year 3 was like tough as far as the emotional side. When it was done, you know, we felt really disappointed in ourselves, and it took some time for us to realize that we aren't disappointed. We're looking at it the wrong way. You know, it was a matter of, yeah, it was growing pains. You know what? We lost some money, but I mean, whatever. I mean,
you learned.
What can we do to better it, and what do we learn from doing that? What can we do differently to make this a sustainable festival. We see a lot of festivals that start, but by year 3, that's usually they're done. And we were like, we want to be here 10 years, 20 years.
Instead of thinking of it as a list of things that you thought were going to go right and went wrong, you need to think of it as a list of things that you know went wrong and you're not going to do them for next time.
Yes. It gave us a good list of figuring out solutions on situations to better them, to make us sustainable. And now here we are. We've even gone through a pandemic, and we're about to have year 9. So, I mean, we've obviously learned and done our stuff that we don't take, big losses every year. And we manage things in a way that we feel that this festival will go and continue to go no matter what's happening, whether there's a pandemic going on or there's whatever the deal may be that comes up. We feel we're experienced enough, and we've learned a lot from our mistakes, that we're ready to just keep going forward and making it bigger and better. We want to be the number 1 metal festival in Canada, in Alberta, that's what we strive for. And if it's not for some of those tribulations and tough times and stress that we've had, we wouldn't be where we are today. That shit does grow you. It makes you stronger. It makes you learn and how to have the ability to make this a successful event. And it is. We've, just after 3 or 4 years, we started really gaining momentum, where now we're the premier festival in Alberta for loud music.
Yeah.
We have we've done the right things to do it right, which isn't always the easy way. But having the RCMP totally sign off on what's going on, what you're doing.
Way. That
is the sustainable way.
That's why not everybody runs a festival. That's why not everybody is known for these things. That's why not everybody who plays a show is a famous band. Because there's certain steps, there's certain motions that you have to go through that... Oh, we lost Geoff. That's okay. He'll pop right back. He just has to jump back in. I'll take this minute to get everybody who's watching right now. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit follow. Go check us out on Instagram. Go check us out on Facebook. Go check us out everywhere where you find podcasts. We're on Spotify. I haven't updated the audio for a while, but I'm getting around to it. Trust me, as you can see, there's some issues here and there. I'm not going to say that this is on my end. But yeah, Geoff should be popping right back in here. I'm just going to send him a quick message. If your band is playing on Loud as Hell, or has played Loud as Hell, well, if your band is playing Loud as Hell and you want to announce it here right now in the chat, fucking go for it. If you want to wait, if they've told you to wait, listen to them and wait. Let's see if Geoff has sent me a message, because he hasn't jumped back in yet. Maybe his internet got crashed or something. Uh-oh. Who knows? We might have to continue this podcast after. But yeah, follow on Instagram. We're going to listen to some more tunes, you guys. Check this out. This is like Flies to Flesh by Death God.
Precious balls, all the infants with the rifles, murder children. Will God save us all? I will not stand here and let my people die. Watch a young generation live a fucking lie. We as a nation must rise from the smoke. Teach this new generation that there will be growth. We must enter this pain that burns deep inside. The haunted edge of conscience and fucking pride. A never-ending darkness lives underneath the skin of a broken man, searching from within. Without reason, we search for woe. Without the happiness, we cannot sow. Leaving us bloody, so deep it has begun. As I pray for a new beginning, leave behind our
Alright, so
remember who we are. Dust of 1,000 scars, till with the great tribulation nation. Fight the retaliation. Shall we fight for the cause? So swing the axe down. For fallen predecessors, we stand on our own soil. We will stand our ground.
they're listening to some tunes right now. Listening to me talk like a jackass. Look like a jackass as well. Okay. There. Technology's fun. We love technology here. We love technology here. Do some resizing. There's Geoff back in action. Natetrash back in action. We're fucking rocking. We are rolling. We're good.
Fuck yeah.
All right. So, as we were saying, that was before we cut off. That was Tribulation Nation by Inherited Chaos. They're one of the new death metal acts out of Calgary here. They're fucking awesome. Absolutely fucking killer. So they're
Duly noted.
they're one to keep an eye out for, buddy, for sure. I got a list. I got a little list. I got a little list of new ones.
Oh, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
I-
You're in the know.
Okay, so we were talking about the festivals that gave you the most difficulty. Now let's go on to do you want to talk about the performers that gave you the most difficulty? Or do you want to stay away from that? Because we can flip the script on that and we can talk about the performers that were the easiest to work with.
We really haven't had any problems. If I were to say the worst band we deal with, and I'm not scared to say it, was Protest the Hero. Year 3. Not a fan. Fuck those guys.
I heard Rhodey is a fucking dickhead to work with. I've heard that from so many different people. I've heard
Very true.
Is just a big asshole. I heard he spits on people too.
Yeah, they weren't what we thought when they got out here. They pretty much hung out in their dressing room, didn't come out, sign autographs, nothing like that. And then a good friend of mine who's a big fan of them, I don't mind them, but we flew them out here from Ontario. They played Beaver Fest and then played our show. And then they flew out to fucking Australia from Calgary to play 7 dates in Australia. So we paid them money to fly them out here, do our fucking show. Then they doubled down on it and did the Beaver Fest show, which was fucking brutal. And then, they got over to Australia. And the very first interview they did before the first show, the singer commented, "Oh, you're there." Nope. Oh, yeah. So, they did an interview when they got to Australia and commented to the interviewer that they had a couple practice warm-up gigs in Canada before they came. I was like, warm-up gig?
That was headline their contract.
Yeah, like, what are you talking about, man? We fucking flew your asses out here from Ontario.
That wasn't a free flight.
Treated you like gold. Yeah, like, get the fuck out of here. So, one of those things that they'll never play the festival again. But other than that, really, we haven't had any problems. Everyone's really cool. I mean, again, we run things pretty legit, so I don't think we've really had any issues with that type of stuff. We've had a few bands leave the green room a little disarray, and kind of typical shit, but that's really fuck all, man.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Ray's roasting me in the comments right now. And she's being a real asshole about it.
What's going on, Ray?
Ray understands the fucking technological difficulties that plague the trash talk with Nate Trash, but she knows.
Oh, I bet.
As a team member, as a part of the crew, Ray, you're supposed to uplift your fucking team members, not fucking roast me during the show. Yeah. Alas,
I can't wait to see Ray. I haven't seen Ray in quite a while, so I can't wait to give her a big hug when I do.
Hell yeah.
Actually, that's one thing you can expect at Loud as Hell. I'm going to be fucking hugging people.
Oh, me too, buddy.
I'm going to be fucking hugging people. I might even throw some cheek kisses out there. Yeah. I'm telling you.
If anybody's down for it, I'm all game for all of this too, man. Like I'm a big hugger. You know, I miss people a lot, and I've done a lot of reconstructing over the last year, and I'm really excited to share it with everybody. And Loud as Hell is going to be the fucking jumping off point for Trash Talk with Nate Trash's live experience. Because we're in a new world
awesome.
now. We're in a new world now. If you've noticed, live podcasts are actually a fucking thing. Like there's a lot of places now are hosting podcasts, as well as hosting musicians and hosting other stuff. So if I can move into that territory as well, you know, that's what it's all about. Developing new forms of entertainment, right? So
yeah, for sure.
Now, the funnest Loud as Hell experience you had. The most memorable one that you've had so far. What year was that, first off? Because I remember you started doing like freak shows and stuff, and you started having
we started to expand, and so the first Loud as Hell one, which was only supposed to be one. There was never supposed to be an annual event. It was a one-time fucking deal, and at the end of that one-time deal, we were like, "Fuck, we're gonna do this again." and we started doing it again and again and again. As being the the head promoter of the festival, the weekend is generally very stressful. It's a lot of things going on. You're trying to manage a lot of different aspects of what's going on, or you can't manage it. We learned over the years that trying to manage it doesn't work. Once it starts, you just need to let it go. Let it happen. It's going to happen. We can't control what goes on. It's got to let it happen. So it got to a point where, you get so stressed out on some of the weekends during the event that, you just need to hide in the back room and cry for a little bit and these sort of things. And we realized that we were putting too much on ourselves. It's like, we work hard all year round to do this. Why is it so stressful the weekend of? Why do we even care where our dollars are at, where our attendance is at? So the last 2 years specifically, especially year 8, the last year we did with Goat Whore, our team leaders, we all got together before we opened the festival that weekend, and we said, let's all have a good time. Let's not worry about what the numbers are, where the attendance is at, where things are. Let's let it happen. Let's enjoy it. And when the dust settles on afterwards, we'll then take a look at it. Yeah. And so we really got away from the stress that we were always dealing with, and now we enjoy it. You know what? We don't care what the numbers are right now. We don't give a fuck. On Monday morning when the dust settles, we'll worry about it then. As far as the environment that we're in, its last 2 years have been so much more positive, and we always are trying to be positive. But I mean, it's hard to maintain that when you're running a festival, and we had to just learn to just let it happen. Let it happen, man. It's going to happen. Once it's started, you can't stop it.
That's right.
Just let it happen. Let it happen, and then when the dust falls, the dust settles, we'll know where we stand. But there's no point stressing about it or anything. Let's make the weekend enjoyable. So the last couple of years, it's been good, where we're seeing everybody, and it's way more of a positive vibe, which is really significant, because as we roll into this year, we really have to pay attention to those parts of our abilities that we've learned to do that kind of thing. It's going to be a stressful year, a little different year. It's off. It's going to be unique just because of everything where it's going.
But that's what's going to make it memorable. Exactly.
And we have to just let it happen.
We're here to take post-pandemic fucking festival. It's going to be fucking nuts. There isn't going to be another one like it. We're not going to hit it. No. And that's what people need to understand, is we're not going to hit a pandemic every couple fucking years. That's not how it works. Nobody enjoys this. People are doing the conspiracy theory thing, and that's fine. Do whatever. I'm not going to get into it. But these things happen, and they also end. And now that they're ended, it's time to go back to what we know how to do. And It's time to get back to what we want to continue to do for the rest of our fucking lives. Are you going to give up, or are you going to move forward? Are you going to use this as an experience, as a springboard, as like a memento mori, to understand and value that, you can't take this shit for granted. You got to
100%.
You got to keep on fucking going. And if you stop, well, okay, that's fine. You shouldn't be lambasted for stopping. And I've had some pretty harsh opinions over the last little while about that kind of stuff. And, sometimes I'm a fucking dickhead. I apologize. But people just need to be able to make their choices and move forward. But at the same time, this is how we're going to move forward. And we're going to move forward. And this is going to be the post-pandemic festival. And we're going to make this a fucking riotous fucking party. It's going to be off the fucking wall, because it's going to be the first one back. And afterwards, people are going to say, well, that was post-pandemic, Whether we have bigger or better parties, that's still going to be the first party that we had after we didn't know when we were going to party again. That's going to be the one where we didn't know when we were going to be doing this again. And so many people look forward to Loud as Hell and these other festivals as a summer fucking outing from people from all over the country. See it as a summer outing.
I mean, that's kind of always been our motto. It's kind of like we call it the metal family reunion. A lot of the times, a lot of our good friends, like even you and I, we only get to see people at the festivals. Generally, there's a lot of people that I'm good friends with in the industry, but the only time we get to see each other is once or twice during the summer at the festivals and shit. You're right. We're beyond excited to be the front runner to bring this back and bring the scene back and kind of put our footstep on it. Like, this is what we want, our footprint on it. We want to be the guys that are making the change, making a positive move, and showing that this can be done safely, and give people the reassurance that, you know, we're doing shit right.
So,
and in a good atmosphere.
Hell yeah, that's the big one. So we have somebody in the comments here. Jorb Man Dude says, I've never had a family like I do at Loud as Hell. I love everyone I've met there. Very fucking true. See? I know so many people that way. So many people like that. And I honestly can't wait to fucking get back on top of this. I keep saying it. I keep coming back to it. But it's so true. It's so true. You know?
It is.
I mean, yeah, go.
As I say, you know, we you try to provide the platform, right? Like, you're providing this platform for everyone to use. We're providing a stage platform that we want people to come up with. It is that thing. It's, you come out there and everybody's there for the same purpose. There's no bullshit. People say, well, you don't have any problems out there? You have 500 people, there's no problems? What the fuck kind of problems are we going to have? There's no fighting. Everyone's on the same page. Everyone's there for the same thing. We all love music. We all love live metal music. We're all brothers. We're all sisters. We're all a family. We're all here to be together. You know, like, this is an opportunity where you don't get judged. You can be yourself. You have to go to work every day and have to be someone else because you got to uphold a certain maintenance of what your position is, or a lot of people don't even like their jobs. You come out to the festival, you can be your absolute self, and no one's going to say shit. No one's going to put down on you, nothing. We're all there together, right? Like, it's help each other out, give each other a hug. Like, this is what we want. I wish the industry was like this in all industries, in all genres. You know, I feel we're a little blessed in Canada because we have such a good metal scene and so many good people that are involved in it, that it's just, it's a no-brainer. You want to have a good time? Come out to a festival. Get involved. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's you walk away at the end of the weekend so hurt and so beat up, and where you're like, fuck that, I couldn't have missed that for the world.
Right.
You know, like,
memories. That's what life is. Life is a collection of fleeting fucking memories. You only live life 1 second at a time, and you fill your head with intentions, and you fill your head with experiences. So whether you focus on the intention of your future or you focus on the experiences of your past, that's all that really makes up your fucking reality. So what do you want to do? Do you want to have good experiences in your past that because nobody remembers how much pain they were in or how hungover they were at work. Everybody fucking smiles and says they're going to jump in and do it again. So fill your life with all of that. And fill your life with positive and powerful intention. Stop doing what you don't want to fucking do and start doing what you do want to do. Sure, the struggle is going to be a little bit difficult at first if it comes to, like, let's say transitioning a career or something, but it's still possible. People do it all the time. The reason everybody doesn't do it is because it's not easy. Sacrifices have to be made. But think about this. Would you make large sacrifice instantly for large-scale change? Or would you make the small sacrifice of doing a job you hate for the rest of your life and focusing on how much you hate that job? It becomes a part of your vocabulary. Every conversation you have is, oh, I hate my job. Oh, I hate this about work. And then before you know it, it oozes into all the other situations in your life. And then your mind is now overcome with negativity and you can't get past it. Yeah. And it becomes your whole life because you decided to sacrifice the little bit instead of really setting a plan and making a possible change. And if you can't, then you still need to try and do your best to accept your circumstances. You either have to accept your circumstances or do your best to get out of them.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, you're responsible for where your circumstances lie, right? I mean, if you want change, make the change. Be positive.
You have to do your best to make that change.
You do. If you can't. Yeah, exactly. I was told many years ago, three simple little words: be, do, and have. Be the person you need to be to do the things to have what you want in life. Be, do, have. That's all it is, man. Be what you need to be to do the things in life to give you
to
to
get
have
what
what you want.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
like
That's right.
it's a very simple process, but it's hard to engage.
Oh. Ray's gonna be on me again. I know it.
The chat's coming, you know.
But yes, I totally agree. You have to. I've been in some tough situations in my life. I'm not going to get into it. It's not important. But what got me out of them was realizing that it was my responsibility. I was the one responsible for getting myself there, and it was my responsibility to get myself out.
100%. 100%.
Instead of blaming, trying to figure out why I was there, trying to blame somebody so I didn't have to deal with it, all of that ended, and it was okay. Accept it and move forward. Accept what the shit hand you dealt. Move forward from it. Create positive fucking outcomes. Because there's people out there who've been in a lot worse fucking situations than I've had, have it a lot worse than I do, and they make more positive change than I do as well. So, live. Go out and fucking live. And this is a part of that too. I wouldn't realize, doing the show and everything, I wouldn't realize the value in doing the show if it wasn't for things like festivals and shows and the scene itself. So this is my way of being a part of the scene while giving back to the scene as well, just like festivals. You were in a band as well. You know that you being in a family, having a career, running a company, you can't be in a fucking touring band. It's very hard to make that a career.
Yep.
So
not many people can do it, to be honest. It's
shout out
a
to
small
the ones
percentage.
who do.
Yep.
Shout out to Unleash the Archers for winning the Juno.
Fuck yes.
So
good on them.
So Nathaniel from No Hope for the
Bonnet.
Lost, says Loud as Hell 6 and 8 were fantastic. Nathaniel,
six was unreal. Battlecross,
there you go,
destroyed the stage. It was insane. Of course, they closed it down with their cover of "Fucking Hostile" from Pantera. And the play was like, it was crazy. One of the 6 was fun.
Ooh.
Battlecross was awesome, except for those fuckers. They're so awesome, dudes. But guys in Battlecross are from Detroit. They were the best headliner we've ever dealt with, hands down. They were so cool. They were like, would it be easier? Because we were going to fly them out from Detroit. They were like, well, would it be easier if you flew us from Windsor? We could just drive over the border, have someone drop us off and fly in Canada. I was like, yeah, that would be cool. Yeah. So, but those fuckers party. I remember it was Monday. They played Sunday night. They were the headliner, and their plane left at, I want to say, at 10:30 in the morning on Monday. They have to be there almost 2 hours ahead of time. An hour for sure, but on our time, we've got to get them there.
Yeah.
It's fucking 6:30 in the morning, and we can't find 2 dudes in Tent City. 2 guys in Battlecross are somewhere on the grounds. The other 3 guys were at the fucking hotel getting ready.
That's a lot to deal with, man. I couldn't imagine.
It was hilarious. we got a crew, and we're like, okay, everybody, we got to go check every party that's still going on. And we did finally find them. Finding them was one thing, and then able to get them out of the campground was a whole other thing. But they didn't miss their flight. I was like, I can't be responsible if you guys miss your fucking flights. But it was hilarious. It was like, and then we had kind of the same thing with Goatwhore last year. They had to get out of town towards the airport, and we still had to fucking get a dude out of the drummer was buried somewhere in the grounds, just partying away. It's like, it's 5:30. We got to get your shit together. Like, but it's fun. Nate's right. 6 was really fun. That was like just a fun time. Everything was smooth. Battlecross was like way better than we anticipated. The turnout was awesome. That really changed things for us, we felt. 6 was a big year.
Man. I heard some fucking stories about Battlecross. A couple of people made some posts about girls getting harassed and the battlecross guys like threatening to beat the fuck out of somebody for it or something. And I was like,
Yeah,
that's
they're
chef's
gems.
kiss right
They
there.
are gems.
That's a
Yeah,
fucking chef's kiss.
I will one day have them back at the festival. I still talk to a few of them quite regularly. Like I'm a big Battlecross fan now. Like I didn't listen to them much. And then when we came to the realization, oh, we could try getting them. And I was like, oh, let me take a better look into and stuff. And man, they're fucking great. And when they got here, they were just like so normal. Like our driver that was bringing them from the airport out to Drumheller, of course, first thing they got to do, stop at Wendy's and get a fucking poutine. We're in Canada. We got to get a poutine. Fuck, it's just hilarious. Those little things that they get here and they're just like all about hugs and like they're. It almost feels like they're Canadian in that sense. Like they were that kind of close and friendly. I'm not saying that Americans are all dicks or anything, but they seemed like they were overly like us in a sense. Like they would say sorry. Like it was just like, you guys from here? Because fuck, you're really kind of acting like a Canadian.
Yeah, that's
drinking
awesome.
beer like a Canadian. But yeah,
that's fucking awesome, man. That's one thing that I'm excited to do. Drink a whole bunch of beers with everybody. Drink a whole bunch of beers and probably eat a handful of mushrooms.
Yeah.
With
speaking,
yeah.
Speaking of beer, I can release this today.
Oh,
we made a deal. So in Drumheller 2 years ago, a nice little brewery opened called Valley Brewing. They have blown the fuck up, and we now have them on as a sponsor for the festival this year. So what we've done is we actually will have a Loud as Hell beer with a Loud as Hell can at the festival. It's got our fucking T-Rex head on it. It's got our logo on it. We have our own Loud as Hell beer. It's called the Loud Light Lager from Valley Brewing. So we're super pumped on that. I just got the proof on the can the other day, and I was like, holy fuck, we're going to have our own beer can. This is the fucking shit. So yeah, I'm fucking pumped about that.
Cool.
Super cool. It's almost like a cool little keepsake. You finish your beer, you want to put it in your tent and fucking keep it to take home because that's shelf worth. It's a Loud as Hell beer. How cool is that?
I'm gonna be saving my first fucking my first post-pandemic festival beer for sure.
Fuck yeah.
I'm gonna be fucking saving that can for sure.
Yeah,
we're
pretty,
coming home. That one's getting signed by a bunch of people, and like that one's coming home with me for sure.
Yeah, we thought that was a pretty cool thing and pretty unique. They had done it for a few other organized. They did a special can and beer for our golf course out here and a few things like, oh, I got to get in on this shit. Funny enough, I'm actually broadcasting from my workplace. I own a tattoo studio here in Drumheller, and I'm actually on the second floor above Valley Brewing. So they brew their beer right downstairs. They have a huge patio outside. So when I'm done work, I pretty much go outside, have a fucking beer or two, and then head home. It's so awesome. So now that they're on board with Loud as Hell, it's just fucking cool. It's so fucking cool. It's like, man, we're gonna have our own beer. Like it's pro. It's awesome.
That's fucking deadly. Okay,
yes.
So besides the fucking exciting developments, I people are probably wondering as well. Like you've had to make some sacrifices.
Yes.
International bands being one of them. What are other notable sacrifices? Because I bet people are wondering about camping and everything too, right? Are you able to talk about any of that?
Yep, you betcha.
Perfect.
You betcha.
Okay, now
I'm pretty much able to talk about anything but the lineup at this point.
Perfect.
Because the lineup just isn't fully complete. But as you said, we can't have international talent. I'm even actually having troubles with some of the bands that we had on our bill last year that are from down east. None of them are able to make it either, which is understandable. To try to get a tour to plan out here, it's going to be really tough. So we're looking at Western Canada. It's probably majority. It's going to be Alberta bands. We're going to have a sprinkle of Saskatchewan and BC in there.
Good.
But I can talk about anything else.
Now, though. Okay, so sacrifices and stuff. Camping. Is there still going to be camping?
Yes, 100%. No restrictions on our camping.
Fucking beautiful. I know a lot of people are itching to hear that. Me personally, I'm like I said, want to eat some fucking mushrooms and wander around and hang out with everybody and fucking.
That's the best part too, right?
And Camping, no restrictions on camping. Fucking right.
Yep. So it'd be the same. Yes. Well, okay. Before we get to the ticket prices, with the camping, it is the same as usual. We're gonna have a big tent area, and RVs are welcome. We don't have hookups, but you're allowed to bring your RV. You're allowed to bring a generator. Your camping price is built into the ticket, so there is no fee for camping. If you come out for the festival, camping's there. Take advantage of it. We want people to camp. We like the fact that you can have a bunch of beers and stuff and not have to drive anywhere. That's big for us, right?
Oh, yeah.
So for us, we encourage the camping, especially if you plan on having beverages. Like it's there. Bring a one-man tent, a two-man tent. Bring just a fucking sleeping bag. If it's nice out, sleep outside. Also, there's so many people here, and everyone is so on the same page and so much of a family. I mean, you can come out here with nothing, and you will end up with a sleeping bag in a tent, food in your belly, and drinks. Like it's crazy the way it is. You know, you just go take a walk through the fucking campground, and you're not going to get 15 feet without someone asking you if you want a beer or, hey, you want some beer pong? What's going on? Like it's such an atmosphere that we love. So we definitely, if we didn't have the camping, it would be hard for us to want to do this because we know that's a big part of it. So yeah, camping is zero restrictions. Everything's outdoor there for the camping, so we don't have any issues. Camping is 100%. Bring your shit. The only thing that we might have is if there's a fire ban, we won't be able to have real fire pits. They'll only allow propane at that point, but that we won't know that. But that's the only variance with our camping stuff.
Beautiful.
There is no family camping this year. We used to have a little section kind of up by the venue that was just for like family and vendors. We actually, unfortunately, we're changing a few things up, and that won't be there. So it's just going to be a big generic.
So no family camping.
Like you can bring the family, it's just not a separate section for you to camp now. We had a separate section for people, just in case, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you can still bring kids. It's obviously an all ages festival.
Yeah, but it's not going to be designated areas.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can still bring your kids and camp away from a lot of the people that are in Tent City because they usually are playing music and party until the sun comes up.
Well, and I'm sure that people aren't going to be dickheads, you know. If there's some families that set up and they realize that there's kids over there, I'm sure nobody's going to go over and fucking try and get drunk with the kids.
Yeah, no,
fucking ass whooping.
Yeah, you know? We never have those type of problems. Everyone's so respectful for what we're doing, right? I mean, that's the way it has to be, though. I mean, you have to follow the fucking rules and have to, you know, be respectful about it. We don't want this thing to shut down. I'd hate to have one guy fuck up and have a beer outside the front of the venue where he's not supposed to or whatever, and all of a sudden, you know, an RCMP shows up. You know, we don't need these problems. So we feel that everyone's very respectful because this is the enjoyment we get. We can only do it if it's done well.
Yeah.
You know, we can't have a bunch of bullshit go down and a bunch of problems and expect us to run every year.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, games. What kind of games are you going to have going on? Do we got beers? Are we setting up
sure.
The control room
no.
again, eh?
Ooh. There's a few people that are trying to assemble some pretty big game stuff. We don't technically have a whole lot to do with that.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what's going to happen out there. I know there is some people talking about doing some like pillow jousting and other random stuff. I mean, we also have the regular stuff. There's always beer pong, beer darts.
Yeah.
One year we set up a slip and slide, like a little slip and slide down the hill. So we've done a few things, but I do know that there's been discussion on social media about some people really trying to get some mini tournaments and stuff going this year. So that's always awesome. Like we want that. That's the part of the experience of coming to a festival.
Maybe
it's not
I'll
just
have
the
to start something up.
Yeah. Maybe a fucking natetrash.
I can get the deadliest Beersby polls ever from my good buddy Nick Reed.
Yep.
At Grinders Unlimited out in Didsbury. He just bought a house actually.
Did he?
Yeah.
He was living out in Trochu not too long ago.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got 2 kids now, and he just bought a house in Didsbury. So I can
for him.
reach out to my good buddy Nick and get some Beersby polls, and maybe there'll be a natetrash Beersby league with some prizes, some spicy prizes.
I like what you're going there.
Hey, maybe I'll organize that one up. That'll be something cool, eh?
Yeah, that would be really cool for sure.
Because that's memory building too, right? That's big memory building too. Like a lot of people, Armstrong. Okay, let's talk Armstrong for a minute. A lot of people remember stuff out at Armstrong. I don't expect anything because the grotto, the big yucky pool that everybody jumps in, right? Like memories like that. I'm not saying go get a big pool post pandemic and start throwing people in it, right? But little things like that, that's the kind of stuff that people can attach to it too. And that's what we're going to need coming back with this first festival back, is we're going to need a whole lot of fucking fun to keep people fucking moving forward, thinking, fucking putting fucking shit out forward instead of thinking about the last year and a half that everybody had to deal with. Because there's a lot of things, that we have to still consider moving forward. But a lot of it does have to fucking disappear. A lot of the ways that we felt, a lot of the ways that we thought, a lot of the ways that we see or saw other people acting, we need to fucking forget about a lot of that shit. Some people acted in very deplorable ways that they need to be held responsible for, but a lot of people just acted out of reaction from their emotional stress. And they, some people fucking act out, they say really dumb shit, and as long as you can apologize for that, I don't feel that people should be lambasted and oh, we lost Geoff again. We're both having some problems on the technical ends. I can't wait to start recording these live and in person, because then there's no technical difficulties. It's just grabbing a video with the camera. We're back though. We're back. We're going to be doing this live. I'm going to be on location doing this stuff, recording it in person. If you're in a band and you got shows coming up, let me know. I'll promote the shows for you. If you want to do an interview, let me know. I'll do my best to come to you and do an interview. If you can get all your band in one room with one camera to do an interview, we'll do that too. I'm going to keep this fucking rocking and keep this going. But the goal is to get it in person, to travel, to move around, to get it done in person. The technology side of it is always a bitch. It's always difficult. So we're going to try and minimize the technology side of that kind of thing. I don't understand what is going on Geoff's end, but I do know that I need some new technology as well. I'm not about to go out and start a GoFundMe, but I am going to try and figure out some ways to make some cash so I can get some new equipment so I can make the show all that much better and bring it to all you beautiful people. One of those ways is by people subscribing to the Twitch channel. If you hit subscribe, if you hit follow, all of that helps. All of that creates value for me, and eventually I can keep because I'm not just going to monetize and start charging people money to watch the show. That's not the way it works. I'm not going to do that. But eventually I'm going to try and come up with a set of services that I can provide with me and my group, my crew, to give to bands to help them get noticed more, A couple of monetization options. The show's always going to be free. It's never not going to be free. As long as I'm doing it, people are going to be able to watch it for free. Done deal. That's how it started. That's how it's going to finish. If people want to give me money, though, ooh, baby, you just send me a personal message and I'll send you an email address and you can send me some money. But I'm not going to stop doing this just because I can't afford to. I started doing this show while I was broke, so I'm going to keep doing it even if I'm not, or even if I become broke again. Don't know what's going on with Geoff. I was trying to see if he sent me a message. He didn't send me a message. I'm sure he'll be popping back on real soon. I'm going to turn on some tunes again. We're going to bring this cast to a close. And yeah, here's some more music for you guys. What's up next on the old playlist? We got some rap music from my good buddy Dirt Nap. This song is called Flesh Tunnels. Enjoy. And we are back with Geoff. No, this is just technology trying to beat us down, Geoff, but we're not gonna let it. We're not gonna let it. What keeps happening? Do you just keep getting cut off? Nah, whatever. You're back. I was just telling everybody, the goal is to get some new gear and get out doing this live, to go and see the bands in person and interview them in person. And there's a way less trouble that way because it's just somebody holding my camera for me and me talking the way I'm doing now, except for with all the doodads that can have hiccups, right?
Yeah.
Come on. This is a personality-based podcast, not a technology-based podcast.
Yeah, no shit.
Let's be real here. I'm not the smartest, but god damn am I entertaining.
We fucking love you, man.
Oh, I love you too, buddy. I miss you, bro. I miss you a lot.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
really excited to get back. And
Yes.
to
We all are.
It's gonna be great to pound some beers and then not just that, can you imagine how emotional everybody is going to be when they first see each other? Much less after the music starts playing and the beer starts flowing and you start seeing people that you totally forgot about, not because you meant to forget about them, but because of life just took a hold and you haven't been able to think about anything else. The catharsis is going to be absolutely fucking palpable. It's going to be insane. I'm going to shed some tears for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very excited.
I'll probably cry 30 times.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. This is the whole focus of the podcast right now, is to get to Loud as Hell and do the interviews with the bands live at Loud as Hell and to get the footage of the crowds and to talk to the people and interview the people coming to the show. They're going to be just as important for me to talk to as the bands at the show. This is going to be a whole experience and I'm going to do my best to capture all of it for you, Geoff. I'm going to do my best.
Awesome.
I'm going to do my best.
Love it.
Because it's going to be monumental. I'm fucking very excited. What's one of the top things that you're excited for? Because I know you got a big list. I know there's a lot. It's going to be hard for you to choose. But if you were to choose, out of all of it, out of talking to the bands again, out of realizing it's a real thing, what's the best part so far that you're experiencing? And you can even say just overall, that's a thing too, right?
Well, I mean, it's been so long that we've been off. I really have enjoyed talking to the people again. Talking to some of these bands, talking to people I haven't talked to in over a year. I'm reaching out to, bands that were on the bill last year. And it's just nice to hear the friendly voices, but also the reassurance of how much people want this and need it. To take a totally different turn, everyone's mental health needs this shit. This is really helps everyone get to a next level. And I think this is the perfect thing to kind of pull us out of the pandemic rut that we've been through.
Yes.
This is like everyone's lifting everybody else up together at one big time over 3 days. This isn't me throwing a festival. This is me and everybody else that's going to be there making this work, and everyone together lifting this up. This isn't a me thing. This is every single person that buys a ticket, plays on the stage, volunteers. Every fucking aspect of it is one big team to make this the most positive and utmost best feeling we can out of the weekend.
Yes.
So getting some of that back already has been super, super humbling. Like even just off the little teaser post we put with the dates, the reactions we were getting out of people was just so driven deep to me. It was like, man, this is, you almost second guess, like, is this a good thing? Maybe people think it's too soon. And just to get that response, that feeling I could only get from doing these types of things for people. And that is the thing I love the most about it, is now getting people to say, man, it's awesome you're doing this. Thank you. And I don't want the thank yous. I give a fuck. To me, it's the feeling of people wanting it and us being able to provide as a team. You want a
festival just as bad as everybody else. You want to go out and party and see the bands and get back together just as much as everyone else.
Yes.
And like, people don't realize this isn't a giant money-making fucking venture. This isn't Download Festival
money?
in fucking in fucking England. This isn't fucking Hellfest in France,
Yeah.
This is the low-down fucking hometown shit. And it's because you love to fucking do it, not because you get anything specific out of it, because you're not going to continue doing it if you don't love it. It's either
I get happiness.
Exactly.
That's what it is. I get happiness.
Or you make $1 million fucking dollars, and guess what?
Yeah.
You're not making a fucking $1 million, Geoff.
We have yet to make money any year, and
we're
okay with that, though.
That's not anybody's business, though. We're not going to get into that. The fact is, though, this isn't large-scale sponsorship, out of your hands, corporate fucking shit. This is bringing people together, and it's for the love of a festival and the ability to do it.
It's a metal festival thrown by metalheads, right? It's different. We're not here just as a corporate guru to say, oh, let's do it this, do that. We generally are fans of what we're doing.
Exactly. To get a big band is a big thing. It's not like you're gonna have a lineup of the fucking top 10 bands that are out there spiced in with a fucking rapper that just went fucking viral on TikTok, right?
Yeah, exactly.
This is done for the joy, for the enjoyment of it, for the experience of it, for the fact of doing it.
Yeah, 100%, man. So I would think that's the most great thing that's gone on so far this year with planning it is. It's just the positive response we're getting. We know we can't please everybody, and we have a couple people that are disagreeing with it, which is fine too. We just, it's so nice to feel that people want this, they're ready for it.
You have to give people the choice. You're not breaking any laws. Yes. Now you're just going against people's individual moral standing.
Yeah.
And people
it's not even going against it. It's just giving you an option.
Exactly.
We're just giving you an option.
And people are allowed to have that option. That's freedom. We are getting back to real life. So, in my mind, you're following all the rules. Like you said, you've gotten everybody to sign off on it. You've gotten all the proper people. You've gone through all the right channels. You're not just like we talked about, standing in a fucking field getting loaded.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of work that's gone into it, and if people disagree with it, that's their freedom to disagree with it.
100%, and we respect that. It's
you're following the rules too.
Yeah,
you're following the rules too, and you're giving everybody the freedom to choose to go to a fest. And I have some people who are very staunch, supporters of whatever people might call restrictions. Okay, but a lot of those people are saying loud as hell. A lot of those people are saying a lot of those people at the same time, though, being very staunch supporters, are also supporting the festivals coming back because they know that it's time. This is what we waited for. We followed the rules. We followed the restrictions. We got the vaccinations. Now it's time to get back to real life. If you don't want to go get vaccinated, that's your choice too. If you feel it's unsafe and you don't want to deal with it the way everybody else is, these are all the choices that we have having these freedoms. And I'm sorry to the conspiracy theorists if it didn't actually, I'm sorry that the country didn't actually turn into a fucking dictatorship fucking socialist state like everybody thought it was going to. I'm very sorry that didn't happen. I'm very sorry that you are afraid of getting back to real life now. I apologize. If you want to come back to real life, let me fucking know. I'm here waiting for you. Because a lot of people like myself knew that this was just one of those things that happens in life. Oh, we're having some problems. I'm getting back on this real quick. I'm learning how to get back on this real quick. But a lot of us knew that this was just a part of life. And it wasn't something that we were supposed to... It wasn't the apocalypse. It wasn't the end of civilization as we know it. It was just another thing that happens in life. And if you've jumped into history and you've read about history... And that's something that I love to do, get fucking stoned and get right into crazy history shit. This happened before. And the same reaction happened. There was anti-maskers picketing in the fucking streets when that happened too. And guess what? The world got back to real life and got better and got fixed. Sure, there's a lot of problems that aren't going to get fixed overnight. But with the right awareness, with the right approach, the right mindset, you start fixing things, and that's how they get fixed. You don't just look at a pile of wood, say, I can't fucking fix that, and then it can't get turned into a house. It's still getting turned into a house all over the place. Shit is still getting fixed everywhere. People are still living their lives all over the place. It takes the right mindset, the right set of tools to turn a piece of wood into a fucking house. But there are people that can do that, just like right now. There are people who can take the right mindset and turn around and rebuild the fucking way people think. And that's, hopefully I can help people with that too. Hopefully I can help people see that there's fucking light on the outside of this pandemic. Because it crushed a lot of people a lot worse than a lot of people who think that they were hurt. And they need to see that. And they need to see that, it's time to move the fuck on. And this festival is going to be a big fucking part of that. And you have my support 150,000%. I'm going to be promoting the shit out of this, and I'm going to be there right on the front lines, rocking and fucking rolling, because I trust the science. I trust the process, and this is just the way life goes. This is the way life fucking goes. Let's get back to real life now.
Yeah. This won't be the last time we go through something like this, right? It'll happen again in the future. I mean,
100 years.
Yeah, the world does it. It evolves that way. It's got to go through the changes, and if anything, like you say, the biggest thing is the positive mindset. You create how positive you are, your thoughts, everything.
Right. That's right.
So I mean,
mindset
positive mindset.
Reality.
Yeah. For us, that's kind of the way we do it, right? Why sit here and be, there's nothing going on, shows. Let's be the change. Let's get something positive going. Let's get the festival going. That's positive. And here we are. It's we feel that we've already impacted a lot of people that way. So it's awesome.
Hell yeah, buddy. That's exactly right. Now, tickets before how much are tickets going to be? Do you know?
Yes.
Okay.
So tickets, we have information here. So what we're doing, last year, our ticket prices were $140. They will remain the same because we still actually have a lot of people that carried their tickets over, which was awesome.
Kind of rude
if you were to change it, or So, but last year we did have we had an advanced pre-sale price that was cheaper. We're not doing that this year. Obviously, it's short notice, everything. So tickets officially will go on sale on Monday. This Monday.
Tickets on sale this Monday, everybody.
Yes, that's June 28th.
You heard
Monday, June 28th.
Exclusively on Trash Talk.
Yes.
Tickets are on sale Monday, folks. So get on top of that.
I can one up you. I'll get one up you here. So tickets are on sale Monday, $140. That's for the whole fucking weekend. Includes your camping, all the bullshit. To get those tickets, We are currently working on our new webpage. So our webpage is currently down under maintenance. Our webpage will be up by Monday, and we will start selling tickets through our
Through the
webpage.
webpage. Okay.
Yes.
I will start pumping the webpage.
But if you email us after this podcast over the weekend to loudashellfestival@gmail.com and you tell me, you send me the code word trash talk, and I'll let you buy tickets early.
Oh, I'm putting
You
that
can
in
have
the chat
early access to anyone that emails loudashellfestival@gmail.com with the code word trash talk. You can get your tickets before Monday. This event will sell out. It has sold out the past 5 years in a row.
Hell
I can tell it'll sell out again. I feel it'll sell out even sooner than it ever has due to this situation. So if you are watching this podcast, we ain't going to fucking post it anywhere. You got to see it here or through the trash talk pages. It's the only way it's going to be.
I'm posting about it for sure.
We ain't going to post it. We ain't posted on our Loudest Hell or anything. If you are up and down with trash talk, you can get your tickets early. So
Hell
when
yeah.
and I get my sass home, if I got any emails, I'll send you the information.
Geoff, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that, man.
For sure, man. So yeah, get your early birds. Get them before everybody else. Maybe we can try to sell this fucking thing out in the next couple of weeks. Would be pretty awesome.
Fucking right, buddy. I'm gonna start posting that right after we're done here. Well, now is the time to finish up. Like you said, stay on after the stream. Me and you got a couple of chats we got to have personally here. But now is the time where you get to lay down all your shout outs and you get to talk about or bring up anything that you think we might have missed that we should talk about. So here you go, buddy. The floor is yours.
All right, so I got the tickets. We got the Valley Brewing out of the way.
Yeah.
Those are a couple of the main things we were hoping to talk about, and we did. First and foremost, we want to thank you, Nathan, for having us on the podcast, having me here. Seriously, it's this is the first kind of little bit of information we've even released.
I appreciate it, man. It's a big boost for my show too.
Yeah, cool, it man.
Really
like we camping is as normal. We got the beer, our own fucking Loud as Hell beer coming. Tickets are on sale Monday. You can get your pre-sale ones with the trash talk code at our email. So yeah, thank you to you. I have to thank a few people like John Asher's been really huge for us. He's been our PR guy for a number of years now. There's even a rumor. I talked to him the other day. He might be out for Loud as Hell this year.
Oh shit, that'd be awesome because he's one of my guys too.
Yes,
John
he's
Asher
been out to a couple.
He sends me all the best press releases for the show. Like, he's such a great rad guy.
Yeah, he's a good dude. So when I was talking to him, he's like, you guys are doing this crazy. I was like, I know. He's like, I just might have to come down there. There's nothing else going on. I was like, well, fuck yeah, you need to come down here, John. So Asher, if you're hearing this, I've just put it on you again. Get your fucking ass down here for Loud as Hell this year. So yeah, we love John Asher. We've been doing with him forever now, it seems. And he's just part of the family, you know, and it's so easy to work with that guy. We came up with the idea. We came up with the idea we were going to do this. I sent him a message. Hey man, we're going to fucking do this and we're ready to go. Like, let's rock. So he's like, okay, let's go. And we're on fire. So I told him I couldn't release any information until after this podcast. So we have a press release that's coming out tomorrow that'll just confirm our dates, which is the August long weekend, July 30th to August 1st. Even though it's the August long weekend, it starts in July this year.
Mark those calendars.
Yes, take the time off. Come out the night early. We invite people to come up and set camp up on Thursday. We have confirmed that Neighbors Corner Pub, another shout out, is going to host the kickoff party for us.
I will be there. I will be there right from the
it's
start
a rager.
To get all the footage, to hang out and do all the coverage, buddy. I will be
that's awesome.
there.
That's awesome. A big shout out to my old lady. She's been through me side by side with this through thick and thin. Gotta love the support she's always given this festival. Some people may not know Ryan Semchuk, who was a dual promoter with me in the past. He has stepped down as a promoter of the festival, so he's not as involved.
Wondering about that.
Yeah, so please don't be contacting him for information because he's not as involved, though he's still part of our family. And when it comes to the weekend of, you're gonna see that motherfucker up there the whole weekend helping out. Like that guy's a team leader for us. His experience is second to none. So I really appreciate the fact that him and I are like best friends, have been for a long time, and we've been able to, he's really matured in life. He's got a kid and a wife now. He's married. He bought a new house. Like his time can't be put fully to Loud as Hell as it has in the past.
Totally
so
respect that.
Yeah, totally big shout out to him. So yeah, love that guy. I can't wait to see him at the festival for the whole weekend as well. I see him all the time, but I mean, it'd be really cool to make sure that he's a big part of what's going on during the weekend, the event. And then obviously a couple other shout outs. I mean, Valley Brewing and Drumheller has been really awesome to us. Should probably give a shout out to Prairie Fire Events.
Oh,
they'll be handling our production this year. Yep. So Tyson Travnik and the crew there. Nate Reno, obviously with Big Nate Productions. He also comes out, does some sound for us. He also completely works the kickoff party. We throw him down there to yell at everybody. It's awesome. So big shout out to Nate and Nancy, that whole crew. Obviously, we always have to shout out to Darren Slim. What he does for us is amazing, and he never asks for anything. It's crazy. I know he's had a few health issues over the time. So last year we fucking surprised him when we sprung him for a hotel room for the whole weekend with a jacuzzi in it.
Nice.
And it was like that was the reward. It was like, man, whatever, all the things you've done for us, that's the thing. So again, we're gonna hook that guy up. He's the shit. A couple other shout outs to the people that are already helping out and being involved behind the scenes. Sloan Vokes is our volunteer coordinator. We have our managers that are in place. Angela Scott, I think she might go by Jade now. I'm not an Instagrammer, but definitely shout out to Jade. I'm trying to think, I'm sure there's a ton of people I'm forgetting, but just know that everyone that is involved has a piece of what we do and the success we have. We can't do it without everybody that is involved, whether you're buying a ticket or volunteering. That's another thing. Volunteers. We need volunteers. It's going to be on short notice.
Aaron Phillip Reddit. Aaron Reddit was asking about volunteers.
Yes.
So I will get a hold of Aaron Reddit. And
I spoke to him yesterday.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's shout out to him too. He's the kind of guy that buys a fucking ticket every year and volunteers. And it's like, dude, you don't have to do that. No, I'm
super
that
fan.
Guy is, he's a super fan.
I had to have him on the cast. I had to do an episode specifically with him just out of respect, man. Just out of respect.
This guy's a beauty. That just kind of shows you he got into this metal scene through Loud as Hell. He's from Drumheller.
Oh yeah.
And it was his first Loud as Hell that he watched was year 5 when we had the Archers.
He had a very heartfelt story to tell on the cast about his entry into the metal scene and how important Loud as Hell was to him. Yeah. I love that guy a lot.
He's a brother to me.
Fucking
100%.
Right,
that guy is as solid as they come, for sure. Outside of that, like I said, if I want to mention anything else, the volunteers, we are looking for volunteers. You can email LAHvolunteers with an S, LAHvolunteers@gmail.com, and you'll get put into contact with someone to help you figure out what we have available for volunteer positions.
Boom. Fantastic.
Yes. And other than that, I think we're looking pretty fucking good. We have some surprises that we can't say, but I can't wait to see everyone's reaction when they get to Loud as Hell this year, what we've done.
Oh, I'm so stoked, buddy.
We've made some changes. We've done a few things. We're set up to blow everyone's mind this year. Not only with the talent, but it's the whole thing is just gets me fucking giddy, man.
Fucking right, buddy. I'm super stoked. I got a couple of shout outs here too. Intersect Arts and Music Festival in High Prairie. That's another one that old Nady boy will be attending this year.
Awesome.
Intrinsic Productions out of Edmonton, the AV Lab out of Edmonton, the Parasol Group out of Edmonton, Cursed Earth Apparel and Print here out of Calgary, clothing sponsor. I love Cursed Earth. Reed's the greatest. And
they did some badass shit for us.
Hell yeah. Reed just moved into a new location too, so he's going to be able to do more badass shit.
Nice. Yeah, I was gonna say we have. When the pandemic came on, we ordered hoodies, toques, hats, and patches that we sold some online, but we've got a shitload that'll be at the festival. So we're loaded. We've got hoodies, we've got fucking t-shirts, we got it all. We just won't have a fest shirt. There'll be no band shirt because it's just too late for that.
Yeah, it is. It
Unfortunately.
really is. It is. You got to get that
We
stuff.
do have some new merch that's gonna fucking be killer.
I'm stoked.
Killer.
I'll be getting a hoodie for sure.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt your shout
No worries. That's okay. I'm totally okay with that. I only have one left, and it's the sponsor that's sponsoring the episode, and that is Mountain Bistro Pizzeria in Bragg Creek, the one that I introduced at the beginning. I got to get out to Bragg Creek for some of that delicious food too. They sponsor me, and I haven't even been able to get out there yet to try them, but a good friend of mine runs a business, and he's a fantastic fella, and he was kind enough to ask if he could sponsor a couple episodes. And we set it up, and hell yeah, Mountain Bistro and Pizzeria, get some.
Yeah,
so,
I like pizza.
Hell yeah, buddy. I'm stoked to get out to Loud as Hell. I'm stoked to share a meal with you, share a beer with you.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good. But everybody, this is the end of the episode. Keep your eyes peeled on the pages because I'm going to be making the post about the early bird tickets and launching the early bird tickets right after we're done with this podcast. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Make sure you share that post around. Make sure you follow all the pages. Make sure you hit those buttons. It only takes one little fucking tap to hit them, and then you don't even got to tap it again. You don't even got to fucking tap it again. Just hit it one time. And then
one and done.
That's right. Just one time. It takes 2 seconds. Just hit it once. And it's done. You don't got to come back for seconds. You don't got to comment on anything if you don't comment. If you see something you like, you might see some shit you like, and you might see some bands you never heard of, and you might see some really cool content. So please, like all of it. Follow. We're on Instagram, Trash Talk with Nate Trash. We're on Facebook, Trash Talk with Nate Trash. We're on Twitter, Nate Trash Talks. We're getting out there. There's a website coming soon, so stay tuned. I also have an article coming out in the next issue, Absolute Underground. I'm reviewing this here compilation CD. All the proceeds from this compilation went to the Canadian Civil Liberties Association. Now, this is real punk rock shit. This is getting a compilation together and donating all the fucking money. This is real fucking shit. Not charging bands $100 a piece to be on the compilation and then giving them like 10 or 15 copies or whatever. Oh, I refreshed again. Okay, here we go. I got cut off. Maybe that was a good thing that I got cut off. Yeah, that's real punk rock shit. I got that article coming out in the next issue, Absolute Underground. So go and check out Absolute Underground magazine. Old Nady Boy is moving up in the world. I want everybody to come along with me and enjoy the journey because I'm having a fucking great time doing it. Whoo, yeah. Festivals are going to be fantastic. But this is the end. This is the end of Trash Talk with Nate Trash. Thank you so much, Geoff, for doing this with me. It's been fantastic. I'm sorry with all the technical issues and everything. I need to get a new computer, but hopefully I can just do all of this, get into the live stuff before getting a new computer becomes a really pressing issue. Trying to make it. So far it's working. I flow like water, buddy. I flow like water.
It could be a lot worse, man. So
that's right.
Good time. Good time, man. I look forward to seeing you out at Loud as Hell and crushing a few beers for sure.
Fucking rights. Well, everybody who's tuned in, thank you so much for watching. This has been Trash Talk with Nate Trash. Go outside. Go enjoy a beer with your friends. Go and sit in the fucking park and enjoy the sun. Go treat a stranger nicer than you would treat your own family members. Go fucking just live. Go live your fucking life. Don't be an asshole. Stay fucking stoked. Stay looking forward. And go listen to some local music. Go support some local business. Get out and meet your neighbors. Go say hello. It's post-pandemic time. Let's get back to normal, you guys. So, from me, Mr. Nate Trash, from my friend, Mr. Geoff Bourrie, this has been Trash Talk with Nate Trash. You guys have a great night. Cheers, everybody.